Greetings and welcome one and all to another episode of Telecast PH, the Telework PH Outsourcing Podcast, a podcast dedicated to the benefits of outsourcing, a positive mindset, some business advice, and the many ways outsourcing some of the non-core aspects of your business can help you scale up quicker, and at the same time, you'll be helping our mission to make an impact on poverty in the rural areas of the Philippines. I'm BizDev Jeff, your host. Thank you for joining, and as always, a sincere thank you to all who have been listening and who have subscribed to the podcast and the YouTube channel and who have been following my content on LinkedIn. Now, if you want to find out more about Telework PH, about what we do, what we're all about, and how we can help your business scale up, all you got to do is hop on over to www.teleworkph.com or catch me on LinkedIn. Just search BizDev Jeff Thompson or the hashtag BizDevJeff. Right, so this week we have been talking about 5 ways to build brand loyalty with customer support, and today we are at tip number 4, building or repairing trust. Now, this is going to be a short one, but it is super powerful. So customers like to identify with the brands they choose, and trusting that brand is a major factor in the customer journey. And it could be several times throughout that journey when the customer has to place their trust in the brand. Now, obviously, the first time that they'll put their trust in the brand is in the initial purchase. They have passed the sales pitch stage and have moved on from trusting the salesman or marketing campaign to now placing their trust into the company or brand itself. If they're buying an application, they trust that it will be a safe, compatible download and it will work as described. Now, if it's a service they're hiring, then of course they trust that the service will be delivered on time and with efficiency and competence. Now, this is what I call free trust. This is the trust that isn't quite earned yet. The salesman or marketing campaign really only make the customer feel confident and making the purchase. So the customer-brand relationship will normally start out with a large amount of trust already in place. Now that the customer has started their journey and trusts the brand, what happens when something goes wrong and their expectations aren't met? Is the trust in the brand now damaged? Well, it could be. However, this is where customer support can play a major role in brand loyalty by making sure that even though things haven't gone as planned, the trust and relationship can stay intact and even get better. So when a customer calls support, they are placing blind trust in the agent, not just the brand, but the actual agent they are speaking to. Now, the customer most likely is aware that their issue is not the fault of the support agent, but is calling because they trust that by contacting support, their issue will be handled by someone who knows what they're doing. Obviously, they cannot normally speak to development or payment processing or even the CEO personally. That customer service agent now becomes the sole ambassador of trust. They become that extension of each and every department in the company, including representing the CEO. So the customer-brand relationship has now shifted from trust in the brand to trust in an actual person representing the brand. This is the pinnacle point of the customer journey. Something has gone wrong, and there's a chance that the trust in the brand will be bruised or damaged, leading to a lost customer and further bad reviews. So it becomes the responsibility of the support agent to not only live up to the trust the customer is putting in them, but to repair the trust lost or damaged when things went wrong with the product or service initially. This is where it is imperative that the brand make sure the customer support agents have all the tools they need, including soft skills training, accessible knowledge bases, and even direct communication with other internal departments. So by making the investments needed to ensure customer support is operating at peak levels can essentially make the difference between lost trust and total loyalty in your brand. Now, there are several factors that can lead to a great trust building and repairing customer service department. First, trends are moving away from customer service that merely takes information and makes up a ticket to pass to someone else. That's the old school call center style. And these tasks and processes are now being handled more and more lately by chatbots. Chatbots gather the necessary info, then pass that on to the support agent. What's crucial is when the customer does get the live support agent in the chat or call, that the support agent knows what they are talking about. This is where the old idea of call centers have lost credibility in the past, especially in outsourcing or offshoring. The mindset has been, if customer support is outsourced, then the agents are not knowledgeable and are there to merely be a warm body taking information down on the other end of the line. Things have changed. Now, customer support agents, especially ours here at Telework PH, are trained in critical thinking and problem solving, and they focus on first call resolutions, meaning getting the problem solved quickly, efficiently, and during the first call with the customer. This leads to greater trust in the brand and therefore builds a solid brand loyalty. So what are some of the other ways customer support can repair and build trust? Well, one of the first and foremost ways trust can be repaired and built is when the agent and brand does what they say they will do. I mean, it is absolutely essential. This shows the customer not only that you will live up to your word this time, but you practice a high level of integrity in doing business, and they will choose to continue to do business with you and your brand. Customers are looking to identify with your brand's mission and core values. To them, what you do is who you are. Now, on the converse, if promises are made and not kept, it's more likely the customer will go away not just dissatisfied, but disgusted with the line of crap they were just served. Another way customer support can repair that trust is to admit mistakes on behalf of the brand and take accountability. I know, some brands, they don't want or like to do this for appearance reasons. But many times simply admitting, hey, we screwed up and we are totally embarrassed, and sincerely apologize. It's easier to move on to the resolution, and the customer will look past the mistake and forgive. And lastly, simply be consistent. Always strive to give great service, great customer support, and take great care when things go wrong. If that trust is built and cared for, then the customer will be more receptive to a later upgrade, purchasing more products from your brand in the future, and telling all of their friends how great you handled their issue. Give them the confidence that you'll deliver every single time. And that will wrap it up for this installment of Telecast PH. Thank you so much for listening. I've been BizDev Jeff. Check back tomorrow for the 5th and final tip in the series about building brand loyalty through customer support. And of course, if you want to find out more about Telework PH, just hop on over to www.teleworkph.com or hit me up on LinkedIn. Just search BizDev Jeff Thompson. And if you enjoyed this podcast, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you're on the YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new content. And I welcome comments. I'm always looking for great feedback. And remember, one random act of kindness can move mountains. Take care, everybody. Be safe. This is BizDev Jeff, signing off.